Many years ago, there lived two brothers, Emeka and Ike. They thrived side by side. They shared a bond that seemed unbreakable. While Emeka was industrious, hardworking, and generous, everyone loved Emeka. Ike, his younger brother, was lazy and full of evil thoughts. He harbored deep-seated jealousy. He resented Emeka's success and the affection their community showered upon him. Ike's resentment grew like a cancer, consuming his soul. His jealousy turned him into a man who was willing to go to great lengths to rid himself of his brother's success. His greed knew no bounds, and he was determined to take everything Emeka had worked for. One fateful night, blinded by his wicked desires, Ike hatched a wicked plan. He paid some people that broke into Emeka's house, where he slept peacefully beside his loving wife, Ngozi. In the cover of darkness, the people he sent brutally murdered his own brother, leaving behind a lifeless body that had once been full of vitality. He joined people to mourn his brother. He even cried more than everyone else. Nobody ever suspected that Ike had anything to do with his brother's death. With Emeka out of the way, Ike seized his brother's wealth and property, including the family's vast lands. He made sure to take everything valuable away from his wife. She was sent packing from the house with her son. She cried and did everything possible to get back even few of those properties, to see how she could start her life over again after her husband's death, but all was to no avail. Years passed, and Uzo, the son of Ngozi, grew into a successful, fine young man, oblivious to the treacherous nature of his uncle. Uzo's mom had also died some years after his dad died, but he didn't know much about his family. He really longed to connect to his roots and feel the love of a family. Somehow, Uzo got reconnected with his late dad's family, and he became close to Ike and his family. Ike, his uncle, had a son called Ebuka. Ebuka was far from thriving, plagued by misfortunes and failures. He was struggling and not doing well. Being the only family that Uzo knew, since his father and mother were dead and he knew Ike to be his uncle, Uzo got really close to Ike and his family. Ike, the wicked uncle, got to see more of Uzo. Envious of Uzo's success and the fact that his own son couldn't catch a break, Ike's jealousy resurfaced. He resorted to witchcraft to bring harm to his nephew. Day after day, he cast spells, hoping to ruin Uzo's life. But each time, the spirit of his deceased brother, Uzo's father, Emeka, protected Uzo from harm. Frustrated by his inability to break Uzo's spirit through supernatural means, Ike's hatred for Uzo grew worse. He decided to resort to more drastic measures. He secretly arranged for a group of ruthless assassins to eliminate his nephew yet again. He was so furious for the fact that Uzo was doing way better than his son. But the twisted fate had other plans. On the day they planned to carry out their evil act, Ike called Uzo that he needed him to help him get something from a nearby place, and that please he should get him what he asked for and make sure he brought it to his house, that he was waiting for him as soon as possible. Uzo had gone to get what the uncle had asked for, but Uzo suddenly fell ill. He vomited uncontrollably and had diarrhea. Desperate to deliver Ike's message, he called his cousin Ebuka, which is Ike's son, who lived nearby, to please help him deliver the message he was meant to deliver to his dad, and Ebuka gladly went on that errand. Ike saw an opportunity to execute his wicked plan. He had the assassins lay in ambush along the road, waiting for the specific car they believed Uzo would be driving. When Ebuka, oblivious to the evil that awaited him, drove his cousin's car to deliver the message, the assassins struck, taking his life instead. They called to tell Ike that they have done the job. The wicked uncle's joy knew no bounds. Uncle Ike's heart raced as he believed his plot had succeeded. Uzo, Ebuka's cousin, was the first to realize something was amiss. He called his wicked uncle Ike to inquire about Ebuka's whereabouts, believing he was with Ike, he was at home. Ike's shock at receiving the call from Uzo was palpable, for he thought the young man, Uzo, was already dead. As the pieces of the puzzle came together, suspicion fell upon Ike. They reported Uzo's disappearance to the authorities by evening, since they had waited for him to arrive home and they didn't see him. The police conducted an investigation, and by morning, Ebuka's lifeless body was found by a nearby bush by the roadside. The wicked uncle Ike, on hearing that, immediately had a heart attack but was resuscitated. Upon investigation, he was confronted by his family and the police, leading to a confession about Emeka, his brother, and his evil plan for Uzo, but ended up killing his only son. The confession sent shockwaves throughout the community. He was exposed for all to see. He regretted everything he had done right from when he killed his brother, Uzo's father. He was sentenced to face the consequences of his treacherous deeds, and his sudden stroke marked the beginning of his downfall. The once formidable enemy with the family met a shameful end, his wickedness haunting him until the last moments of his life. Everyone deserted him before he died a shameful death. Finally, the enemy within the family was dead, and Uzo was free from an enemy he never knew he had. We've come to the end of our story today. Support our channel by subscribing, sharing, liking, and commenting. Watch out and take care. Bye for now.